zebra stripes. They're not related to zebras at all. They're actually close relatives of the giraffe. The okapi and the giraffe are going to be in the same family. The okapi is also mostly solitary, so they do like their alone time. They just stick to themselves. They also are mostly silent. They prefer to communicate by using scent markings. We'll see what other animals we can find. Hanging out in the forest up ahead here. Looks like we'll find some greater kudu. Just up here on the right is these light brown antelopes. You have those white stripes. So they use for camouflage, helping them to blend in with the vegetation out here in the forest. We can tell these kudu here are female because they don't have horns. Well, it's only going to be the male kudu that have horns. It looks like coming up here over on the left-hand side, we see a black rhino laying down kind of by the tree there. Black rhinos are browsers, which means they eat bushes.
Oh yeah.
They're prehensile mouths, which help them grab onto the leaves from the bushes that they eat. Black rhinos can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. They're also mostly solitary animals. They also do like to stick to themselves. And we'll see some bongos. Just over here on the right, it's these orange-colored antelopes. They have those white stripes as well for camouflage. Bongos have earned the nickname the ghosts of the forest because they are also not often seen out in the wild. So they will use those horns to help them navigate through the vegetation in the forest. You see some saddle-billed storks over here on the left-hand side. These black and white birds have that yellow mark on their bill, which kind of looks like a saddle. Saddle-billed storks have a 9-foot wingspan, about the same length as that canopy above your heads. Forest and heading on out to the Safi River. The Safi River is a little bit different kind of ecosystem. It's home to some more aquatic animals. These are animals that like to spend a lot of time in the water. We'll see what we can find out on the river today. It looks like we'll find some pink-backed pelicans just coming up on the right-hand side here. If you look over on the right as well, you might also see some Nile hippopotamus under the water there. We might find some hippos up ahead here, so you can't see them super well back there. They're kind of hiding. We'll probably find some more up ahead as we continue along the river here. Let's see what I do these pink-backed pelicans, these gray birds with the long bills. They have that light pink coloring on their backs, which is pretty light. It does get a little bit brighter during mating season. These birds are colonial nesters, which means they'll nest in large colonies of up to 500 pairs. And we will see another Nile hippo over here on the left-hand side. My friends on the left is going to be kind of right behind the island there. And these hippos do spend most of their time in the water. They can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes. So they don't really swim through the water. Instead of swimming, they'll kind of walk along underneath the surface. They will come up onto the bank sometimes to graze. They're herbivores, so they only eat plants. These hippos can weigh up to 5,500 pounds. Let's keep an eye out for any more up ahead here. There's quite a few more hippos just in the back there, kind of over by the waterfall, and seeing their backs sticking up out of the water there. Also looks like as we're about to cross this bridge up ahead here, we'll find some Nile crocodiles hanging out in this part of the river here.
Oh, crocodile. Crocodile! Oh my god, it's a crocodile!
Yeah.
It's so big.
It's so big, very gentle with them as well. The mother crocodile will roll her eggs around inside her mouth to try to help them hatch. We'll go ahead and make our way on down to the savannah. You might already be able to see some animals up ahead here. Yeah. We're going to get a little bit closer to them here in just a moment.
Zebra. Yeah.
Coming up just over on the right-hand side here, we'll see some Hartman's mountain zebras. And zebras do have a unique stripe pattern. So the two are exactly the same, like a fingerprint. The baby zebra will imprint on its mother's stripe pattern. You can always recognize her in a herd. The zebra's firstborn, its legs are going to be almost the same length as they'll be as an adult.
Giraffe.
There's a giraffe stand and walk in the first hour of its life. That way it can protect itself right away against predators.
There's a zebra and a giraffe.
Open out here on the savannah, there's not as many places to hide. A lot of animals out here rely more on their speed and agility as their main defense against predators. Not as much on camouflage like we saw with the animals in the forest earlier. It looks like coming up on the left-hand side here, we'll see some African painted dogs that are laying down up in the cave here. They have that unique fur coloring, which kind of looks like they're painted. That's where they get their name. African painted dogs are pack animals. They hunt in packs led by an alpha male and alpha female. They're very good at teamwork. They're actually one of the most successful hunters in the world. Just gotta make sure you're staying all the way seated for me back there. I need everyone fully seated for me. Please sit all the way down. Make sure we're sitting all the way down, please. Sit down, please. Sit down in the back there. Sit all the way down, please. We will see some sable antelopes just over here on the left. It sees brown antelopes with the long curved horns. Sable antelope will use those horns as protection against predators that would try to jump on their backs. So they're one of the few animals that will actually stand their ground and fight off predators. And a great example of one of those animals that's going to use their speed and agility as their main defense out here on the savannah. It looks like we'll find some Maasai giraffes just up ahead here. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the world, reaching heights of about 18 to 20 feet tall. They have long, prehensile tongues, which they'll use to grab onto the leaves from the trees they eat. Giraffes do spend most of their time eating. They'll spend about 20 hours a day eating.
The giraffes are there. Oh my god, there's a giraffe right here. Whoa, that's a long neck. That has a long neck.
They usually sleep standing. Life is gravity.
What are you looking at me for?
There's going to be a 6-foot tall waving giraffe. Also lost that baby.
Oh!
Like the zebra. Baby giraffe will stand and walk within the first hour. We'll see also some Ankoli cattle just up ahead here. It's these cows with the really big horns. They're also called the Watusi cattle after the people who first domesticated them. They're the only domesticated animals out here on the reserve. Those big horns are really heavy, but they're actually very light. They're made of a honeycomb-like structure on the inside, which helps to keep them cool. And their own built-in cooling system. We'll see some springbok just up ahead here over on the left-hand side. It's these little caramel-colored antelopes. They have that white coloring and the dark brown stripe. And springbok are also extremely agile. They can leap up to 6 feet in the air and 13 feet across. So one of these springbok could actually clear this truck if it wanted to.
Oh yeah.
They're also the national animal of South Africa. We'll see a better view of these Ankoli cattle over here as well. Ankoli cattle also have very strong herding instincts. They'll keep their calves protected by sleeping in a circle around them at night. We'll see some wildebeest up on the hill off to the right. So those darker colored animals sitting down up there. Wildebeest are also migratory animals. They'll migrate, travel hundreds of miles in search of fresh food and water in huge herds of up to 1.5 million wildebeest. We'll see a few more giraffes up ahead here as well. And we can tell that these are Maasai giraffes because of their spot pattern. They have more jagged, irregular edges to their spots. That's what's going to distinguish them from other kinds of giraffe.
They just move.
Those little bumps on their head are called ossicones. They're not actually horns, but they are part of their skull. Ossicones are one trait that the giraffe does share with the okapi, the animal that we saw in the forest at the beginning of the safari. There's a cross around here as well.
Ow.
Okay, sorry. Go right here. I'll be.
We'll see some more of those wildebeest over there on the right. One of these with their name for the leprechauns.
Leprechaun.
gonna go ahead and move on to the next part of the savannah. Just up ahead here, we're heading into elephant territory. So keep an eye out for some African elephants just up ahead here.
Don't see any elephants.
We will see one just up ahead on the right-hand side.
Right.
African elephants are the largest land animals. They eat about 300 pounds of food a day.
Look at breeds. Yeah.
Now we're coming up to these red clay pits here, which red clay is a really good source of minerals and nutrients for elephants. So we might find some more nearby. Keep an eye out. Male elephants who tend to be more solitary, while female elephants are more social. They'll stick together in larger groups.
Right there.
So we'll see a few more coming up here on the left. We'll go forward here, see if we can get
Oh yeah, there's an elephant.
Yeah.
You might notice them flapping their ears. Elephants will do that to help keep cool. They have so many blood vessels in their ears that when they flap their ears back and forth, they can lower their body temperature by up to 15 degrees.
It's elephant.
It's a pretty effective way of keeping cool. They also throw dirt on their backs, which also work like a natural sunblock. They get a very sensitive skin, and it works like a bug repellent as well, and helps to cool them down. We'll see them just up ahead here off to the left.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, look at that elephant. Look at that elephant.
We're going to make our way on down to the watering hole just up ahead here. Watering holes are gathering places for animals out here on the savannah where water is more scarce. It looks like we might find a few more elephants hanging out down here at the watering hole.
Right there.
And hello, elephants. Yeah, we're in the water.
Now, looks like we'll also find some greater flamingos just up ahead here.
Oh my god, flamingos! Flamingos!
Flamingos. That bright pink color from their diet of brine shrimp has beta carotene in it, gives them that vibrant coloring. They'll start out as more of a grayish color when they're first hatched, and they'll grow that pink as they get older. The group of flamingos is called a flamboyance.
Hi! Hi! Oh my god, you stick your water?
This mud wallow just over here on the left, which means there might be some white rhinos nearby.
Oh, they just
They like to play in the mud.
right there.
Which also help to keep them cool on hot days. Looks like we might find some just up ahead off to the right. I'm seeing a few white rhinos back there.
Rhinos?
White rhinos are even larger than black rhinos. They get wide, not white. This was actually referring to their wide square mouths, not their color. Looks like coming up here over on the left, we see some cheetahs up on the hill there.
Cheetahs.
They're laying down there. There's one of them kind of in the
Cheetahs.
middle by the trees.
Oh, right
and
there.
the land
Oh my god, look at those cheetahs.
Yeah.
Cheetahs are the fastest land animal. They can reach top speeds of about 60 miles per hour in just 2 to 3 seconds. Cheetahs are built for speed and agility, not for powers. They're not as powerful as a lot of other predators out here on the savannah. That's why cheetahs tend to hunt more during the day. That helps them to avoid the competition from other predators and doesn't work at night. Cheetahs also have black tear-shaped marks on their faces. It's going to help to reduce the glare of the sun. Unlike sunglasses, also to hunt more during the day when it's bright out. We're coming up to this big rock formation up ahead here. These are called Kobe rocks. It's going to be the highest point on the savannah. It gives animals a great vantage point so they can look out over the entire savannah. We got an ostrich just up ahead of us here. Ostriches are the largest birds in the world. They are flightless birds, thus they can't fly. They will use their wings to help them keep balance while they run. And they can still run pretty fast, up to 40 miles an hour. Just over here on the right-hand side. Ostriches also do have 2 toes on each foot. It's different from most birds are going to have 3 or 4. That allows ostriches to run faster, kind of help them run more than flight. Looks like we'll see some more white rhinos, at least one more just up ahead here, off to the right. All that is due to coaching for their horns. There's a myth that rhino horns have healing properties. They're actually made out of keratin, which is the same thing that your hair and fingernails are made out of. So like your hair and fingernails, a rhino's horn will continue to grow. They have to trim them down by scratching them on rocks, trees, things like that. We'll see some warthogs just up ahead here over on the left. See their burrows here as well. Warthogs will back into their burrows. That way they can easily find out danger with their sharp tusks.